Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's focus. We are doing a focus on advertising today in our 10 to 13 focus. My name is Dave. I'm one of the teachers at Myes Filthy, which is the Myes by Central Station. For those of you who I haven't met or who haven't followed any of my many of my webinars, I'm English. I'm from a city called Worcester in the West Midlands. If you're watching, please message me and say hello. It will have your name hopefully on your comment. Write a comment, post a comment, so I know who's watching and we can communicate. Remember, it's really, really important that we communicate as much as possible. So that means I want you to be writing in the comments section if you have any questions about any of the language we're doing today, or if I ask you to write an example sentence or to respond to a question, please write as much as you can, because it's really important to have this interaction together. So please say hello, those of you that are watching. I'm going to show you the title of the focus today, which is advertising. Okay, advertising is a very big topic, of course, so we're just going to be looking at a particular aspect of advertising today. As you can see in the next slide, we are looking at compound adjectives, hyphenated words, and language for advertising. Okay, so compound adjectives. Okay, what is a compound adjective? Does anybody know? What is a compound? Well, a compound is two things together. Okay, you have various different types of compounds. For example, steel. Steel is a compound of two metals. There are many different examples. In language, it is when we put two words together to give a new meaning or an extended meaning. For example, well-known. Okay, that's an example. A well-known author. Yeah. Well-known. That is a compound adjective. Okay, hyphenated words. Well-known is also a hyphenated word because there is a hyphen that connects the two words. Today, we're going to be looking at when you need to use the hyphen and when not. Okay, for the accuracy of your spelling when you're writing. And then we're going to be looking at some language in general for advertising. Guys, I'm still waiting for you to communicate with me. Please, if you're watching, message and say hello. Tell me your name. Also tell me maybe a bit about yourself if you like. I think it would be really nice to try to interact as much as possible. All right, well, let us move on to the first slide today. Okay, it's titled "The Product Is." Match the compound adjectives to the definitions. Okay, so we have, as you can see, we have 5 compound adjectives on the left of the screen. We have mouth-watering, thirst-quenching, time-saving, eco-friendly, pocket-sized. Okay, and on the right we have some definitions. We have the first one, not harmful to the environment. Second one, reduces the amount of time needed to do something. Third one, size suitable for carrying in a pocket. Fourth one, a drink that relieves thirst, refreshing. And the last one, a food with a tantalizing smell or appearance. Okay, tantalizing. You might say, well, what does that mean, tantalizing? Tantalizing is something which attracts you. If there's a tantalizing smell, You want to smell more of it. You want to find out, where is that smell coming from? Where is, I want to see the food that is creating that smell. Or you want to, maybe an oven, from an oven, there is some freshly baked bread releasing a tantalizing smell that makes you want to eat the bread. Okay, tantalizing. Good. So now I would like you, please, to try to match the definitions together with the words, our compound adjectives on the left. Guys, I still haven't had any communication from you, so I'm just going to wait now for you to respond. Please tell me. Firstly, obviously, say hello so I know what your name is, and then tell me what do you think our first the definition for our first compound adjective is. The word is mouth-watering. What do you think mouth-watering is? Please tell me. Post a comment. As soon as you have, oh, hello, Jelly Morgana. Hello. Please tell me, Morgana from Florence. Hi, nice to meet you, Morgana. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to see you today. Please, can you tell me, what do you think? The connection is terrible. Okay, your connection or my connection? Hopefully not my connection. I think on my screen it says I've got full coverage on my Wi-Fi, so maybe it's yours. Okay, don't worry. Well, tell me, what do you think? Mouth-watering. What would be the connection for mouth-watering? What is the definition? Fabrizio, hello, Fabrizio. Fabrizio, I know you, sir. We've met many a time in Myes. Please tell me as well, Fabrizio, what do you think? What do you think mouth-watering means? What is the correct definition? You don't need to write the whole definition, but you can maybe write mouth-watering equals, and then the first few words. For example, like this. A drink, well done, perfect, Morgana, perfect. Yeah, a drink that relieves. Yeah, brilliant, excellent, well done. Yeah, great. What about thirst quenching? Tell me, what do you think about thirst quenching? Yes, Morgana, you've said mouth equals bocca. Indeed, yeah, it is. Good, well done. Both of you've got that one. That's really good to see. What about the next one? What about the next one? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Morgana, you say watering is related to water. Exactly. Yeah, because it makes your mouth water. Yeah, when saliva comes into your mouth, it's when you feel hungry. You see something or you smell something and it makes you hungry. Yeah, it creates water in your mouth. Okay, so it's mouth watering. Okay, what about thirst quenching? A little bit different. We have the verb to quench your thirst. Yeah. Somebody feels thirsty. Thirsty is the adjective. I feel thirsty. I need to quench my thirst. The verb. It's a regular verb, that one. But here it's part of our compound adjective. What do you think thirst quenching means? Anybody? Perfect, Fabrizio. Excellent work. Yes, a drink indeed. A drink that relieves thirst. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Of course, yeah. Well done, Morgana, as well. Yeah, it relates to a drink, doesn't it? What about time saving? Time saving. What do we think? What could time saving be? Time saving. To save time. Yeah, perfect, Morgana. Brilliant. Yeah, to reduce the amount of time that you need to do something. Okay, yeah. For example, your mobile phone helps you to save time. When you need to write an email, you can just, instead of going home, turning on your computer, you just pick up your phone and write the email on your phone. It is a time-saving device. Okay, that word device I'll write in the comments. Yeah, it's a time-saving device. That's the noun. Lovely. Okay, just two more then. Eco-friendly. Eco-friendly, what is the meaning of that? Eco-friendly. Well, I think the word eco, yeah, brilliant, Fabrizio, very good. Not harmful to the environment. The word eco gives it away, doesn't it? Because this word eco, we hear a lot now, don't we? It's related to ecology and the environment, okay? An eco-friendly measure, for example, or a governmental measure, yeah, or an something more simple, an eco-friendly product, because it's recyclable. For example, if you have, for example, if you have a Tetra Pak which has half plastic and half carton, not very eco-friendly because you can't recycle it. It's difficult to recycle. Okay, it's not eco-friendly, but something that is made with recyclable materials, paper, for example, is eco-friendly. Okay, good. And the last one, of course, then, pocket-sized. Pocket-sized is, of course, the last one, which is a size suitable for carrying in your pocket. Pocket size, the right size for your pocket. Okay, brilliant. Now, which products could be described by these compound adjectives? I want you to give me an example product for each of them. Okay, if it's an unusual product, maybe explain why it could be described this way. Okay, so we've got 5 of them. Please tell me your products. Tell me which ones you can think of. Any products that could be described using one of these compound adjectives. I'm waiting for your answers. Maybe someone else who's watching would like to comment. Fabrizio and Morgana are doing brilliantly well. They're engaging really well with the lesson. If anybody else is watching, please tell me any products you can think of that could be described in this way. Interesting. Fabrizio has just said salad for mouth-watering. Yeah, I mean, yeah, could be. If you have a really beautifully prepared bowl of salad. Try to be more specific. Think of a specific product. Salad is quite general, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe you could talk about Pacchino tomatoes with olive oil on top, or something more specific that could be mouth-watering. Salad can be, yeah. Thirst quenching water. Well, yeah. Water is a thirst quenching. Should be, shouldn't it? But what about if it's a really hot day, and you have a boiling mug of water? Would that be thirst quenching? Well, it could be, absolutely. But maybe you would want want to drink an ice cold glass of water to reduce your temperature. I know people say that when it's very hot, that it's very thirst quenching to drink tea. I know lots of people do drink tea when it's hot. Personally, I don't like doing that at all. In fact, I don't even drink tea in Italy. In fact, I stopped because the weather is so much hotter in general than in the UK, and I don't find it very thirst quenching. In England, I find it much more thirst quenching. Alicia, hi, nice to meet you. Alicia, please tell us any products that you know that could be described by these compound adjectives. Morgana, ice lolly, that's a brilliant example, isn't it, for thirst quenching, or maybe even mouth watering. Which one was that, Morgana, you were talking about? Maybe mouth watering, probably. Yeah, like a fruit pastels ice lolly. I used to really like those when I was a child, when it was a hot day. Hi, Alicia, please tell me, Alicia, any products that you know? Yes, Fabrizio, you say like drinking hot tea when you're really thirsty. Brilliant. Even on a hot day. Great. Lovely. So any others then? What about time saving, eco-friendly, pocket-sized? What answers have you got for those? Alicia, I like drinking Coke. Sure. Coke is very thirst quenching for Coke fans. Absolutely. Good. Yeah. What else then? Time saving, guys. What products could be described as time saving? We did mention mobile phones, didn't we? But can you think of any other time saving devices? Maybe. How about a non-technological example? I would like to hear your non-technological examples of time saving devices, if you can think of any. Eco-friendly products or pocket-sized products. Let's try not to mention mobile phones. Again, let's see if we can think of other examples. Morgana, catch a train instead of a car to cross the city. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's definitely a time-saving service, isn't it? Yeah, taking the train is a much easier way of particularly traveling around busy cities like like Milan or Rome or yeah, any city with a good train service. What about a product, though? I suppose you could say train tickets. Any other like products, physical products that you buy, maybe? Fabrizio's gone for a watch as a time. Is a watch a time-saving device? Does it save time having a watch? Interesting question. You could say maybe I suppose you're maybe talking about iWatches. Do iWatches save time? Sure, they can, but they can also waste time, can't they? Let's not forget our technology devices can waste a lot of time. Time flicking through pictures on Instagram when you could be reading a good book or doing something more productive. Okay, guys, I do want to move on then. Eco-friendly, very quickly. Eco-friendly or pocket-sized. Any examples we can think of very quickly before we move on? Eco-friendly products. Morgana said, I see. Yeah, Fabrizio has said, if you check, remember the word order there, Fabrizio, but the points there. Yeah, if you check the time often, you can plan your lifestyle and save time. Yeah, you're right. I suppose you are, but I mean, do you have to have a watch to do that? And can't you just check your phone? Yeah, lovely. Morgana, only 3 minutes in the microwave. Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah, maybe microwave food is a time-saving device, isn't it? If you don't have time to cook, it's very common in the UK as well to have a microwave and to just heat things up in the microwave. Yeah, absolutely, time-saving. Pocket-sized. Anything that's pocket-sized. Any product you would describe as pocket-sized, apart from a mobile phone. Last one before we move on. Any thoughts, please? If you have an idea, please write your product. We do need to move on now. All right, then. Let's read here, shall we? To hyphenate or not to hyphenate. A compound adjective is an adjective that contains two or more words. They are always hyphenated when they are before the noun. Yeah, they are hyphenated with a hyphen. There's the symbol for a hyphen when they are before the noun. So here are some examples. A solar-powered airplane. Okay, it's the opposite in Italian, isn't it? You have your adjectives after the noun. So in English, before, a solar-powered airplane, a well-written book, a world-renowned professor. Okay. Do not hyphenate the descriptive words when they come after the noun. Okay, a little something to remember. For example, the airplane is solar-powered, no hyphen. The book was well written. The professor is world-renowned. Okay. Yeah, because they are no longer a connected adjective. We can look at the words individually. If you do write a hyphen, okay, you could even see native speakers do this. Okay, don't worry. That's just the rule, though. So if you can remember that, that would be great. You know, the research was was well written. Yeah. Was the cake was well cooked. Don't need to put the hyphen in there. All right then. So, guys, we have just a couple of examples there. What I want you to do then is choose which are correct and which are not. Okay, very quickly. Again, it's good for you to practice in the comments section, just to write through the sentence that you believe is correct. And maybe put the number by each of them. You have 1 to 5. We're going to have just a couple of minutes. If you can write your answers, that would be great. Fabrizio's gone for GPS navigator as well. Maybe for the, we're talking maybe about the pocket-sized. Yeah, could be. Absolutely, you could have a pocket-sized GPS, couldn't you? People always seem to use their own apps on their phones, don't they, now for navigation? Okay, tell me then, guys, what you think the answers could be for 1 to 5. Morgana has a question for me. I will read it out. She said, is it possible to create a new compound adjective if you need to explain a concept with only one word? Well, depends what you are putting together. It sounds like what you're saying is, can you be creative with it? Can you just take words together when you've only got one word and match them together? It depends. You would have to, yeah, I mean, yeah, basically, yes. But it just depends on the example. If you could give me an example, I could tell you if it's correct or not. For example, maybe a word that you haven't heard before. I would be careful about inventing new ones. But in English, you can be a bit more inventive and creative with words than in Italian, I must say. So if you do want to try and experiment, as long as we understand what you're, particularly in conversation, or if you're in a chat or something, you only have one word. Yeah, I mean, tweet or something. Then yeah, I mean, don't forget the important thing with language is communication. So if you're inventing a compound adjective which communicates clearly something, but maybe you haven't heard before, or maybe no one has used before in that way, as long as we understand the meaning, then it's okay. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, definitely. If you have any other examples, guys, any other compound adjectives that you want to try out during the time we have left, please do just bang in a compound adjective that you've been thinking of. Not even, it doesn't have to be related to advertising. We can quickly have a look at it, because I would like to encourage you to be creative with language. So yeah, I mean, at this level 10 to 13, we do need to be stretching our creative ability in the language. Yeah, okay, brilliant. Well, yeah, Morgana said, I'm coronavirus free. Absolutely. Yeah, that's fine. Very good. Alcohol free, Fabrizio said. Yeah, brilliant. Voice activated. Yeah, lovely. Okay, Chintzia has messaged us in. She thinks the first one is B. The actor is well known. Or should we say the second? Yeah, the second example. Okay, lovely. Number two. Stone baked, which is put in stone baked. That's very good. Yeah, stone baked pizza. Yes, number two is the first one. Yeah, voice activated. Lights in our house. Again, look, 3, we can see the alcohol free here is coming before the noun, which is beer, so it has to be the first one. 4, all of our pizzas here are stone baked. So because we have the verb here, are, then it's coming after, so we don't need to add the hyphen. And then the last one, that's a perfectly acceptable thing to say. That might be an interest that might have thrown you. Some of you thought, well, why can't we get a perfectly acceptable together? Because they're not going together to create a new meaning. They can stand alone on themselves. That's a perfectly acceptable thing to say. Remember, we can have more than one adjective in a row. We don't have to add hyphens, do we? Yeah, like a red sports car. We don't need to put red and sports together. Yeah, so only if we're creating one meaning together. So stone, but we're not saying it's a stone and it's baked. It is stone baked. It is a new meaning. Okay, that's the thing to remember when we are hyphenating our adjectives. Okay, guys, so we've got a couple more here. We have well, smoke, sun, world, and high. Try to match those together, please. Tell me what you think the answers are there. Give you just a minute. Well dried. Well dried is one that Fabrizio's gone for. Not quite. Not quite. There is a word there that goes more strongly together with that. Morgana's got that one for dried. Absolutely, it's sun dried. We'll think about products that can be sun dried very shortly. Product that's very popular exports for Italy, the Italian market. World famous Fabrizio's gone for. Brilliant. First one, well written. Lovely. Excellent. Smoke. Yeah, Morgana's also done that one. Perfect. Yeah. Well written. Smoke free. Sun dried. World famous, we said, and then we've got high tech, haven't we? The last one. Okay. Now, what products do you think these compound adjectives could describe? Give me some examples, a full phrase with our compound adjective and the noun. Please comment away. Let's see if we can get at least one, maybe even two for each. Lovely, Morgana, for that first one. Yeah, a well-written book or article. Lovely. Yeah. That book is really well written. Remember, Fabrizio? No need for the hyphen. Morgana, great. Yeah, a smoke-free area in a restaurant. Yes, absolutely. Well, that's normally the inside of a restaurant, isn't it? Normally, most restaurants indoors are smoke-free, and then you have the smoking areas, don't you? Very good. What about sun-dried? Morgana said you have to put the compound before the verb. Not necessarily, no. So yeah, the a well-written book. Well, there's no verb there. Again, it depends. Are we taking it? How are we saying? We're saying the book is well written. Okay, so it's coming after, just as a phrase, or I would like a well-written book, please, if you're in a bookshop. Let's focus then on the next one, though. Sun-dried. We still haven't got... there we go. Perfect. Fabrizio, you've just come in there. Yesterday, I ate a... instead of a, we've got plural, sun-dried tomatoes, some. Yeah, I ate some tasty sun-dried tomatoes. Absolutely. You produce lots of them in Italy. In fact, when I was living in Napoli, I remember I was living with someone who was actually making sun-dried tomatoes. You only need to cut them in half and leave them for in the sun for a day, and they become sun-dried. It's an amazing, amazing process that would be very difficult in the UK. Lovely. Another one from Fabrizio. Madonna is a world-famous singer. She certainly is. And what about high-tech? Fabrizio. Nowadays, everyone is looking for high-tech products. Maybe, yeah. But nowadays, everyone wants to buy high-tech products, yeah. Yeah, very good. Lovely. Excellent. Very good. Okay, guys, now, well, fast and high. Well, fast and high are common first words in compound adjectives. We've already had a few, haven't we? High tech, well known, well written. Okay, put the words into the correct category. We have some more. Okay, some more words. Try to match these together, please. Try to put them into the right columns if we can. Maybe we can try and do them from the top to bottom. So beginning with quality and then moving down. Yeah, Morgana, that's trying to use catch on there, which is very commonly used in the context of technology. Yeah, I always catch on to the latest high-tech products. Remember, we need the noun as well, don't we? Latest high-tech products or devices or whatever. You wrote it just underneath. Perfect. Well done. Yeah, high-tech products. Yeah. All right. So first one then. We're going to go straight in there with high quality, and Claudio as well. Well done. High quality, indeed. Absolutely. A high quality product. What about run? Run. What do you think about run? Got a 1 in 3 chance. Fast run. Good guess, Fabrizio. Yeah, fast run guy. Yeah. Good guess. Well run is the answer, though. Well done, Morgana. Yeah. Well run. What does it mean? Let's just pause. What does it mean, well run? Is it to do with running? Usain Bolt is well run. He is a well run runner. Is that correct? Afraid not. What does it mean? If something is well run, what can you describe as well run? Let's just pause on well run for a moment, because I would like to know what you think it means. And it's a very common one, actually. Very common in business. There's a clue for you. What can be well run? Morgan says it works well. It's about how something is going. Yeah, specifically though, really, we are referring to a business, a well-run business, a well-run company. Yeah, an agenda, an initiative that is well-run, an event, a well-run event. Yeah, it kind of means, yeah, well-organized, well-managed, yeah, efficient. Yeah, it's to do with the management of something. Okay, you cannot say, you know, oh, my phone is well run. No, no, it's more to do with an organization, a business. Yeah, an event can be well run. All right. So next one is moving. Morgana already got it. It's fast moving. Fast moving. What could be fast moving? Is a cheetah fast moving? Fast moving cheetah? Fast moving car? Not so much. Fast moving, fast moving. What could it mean? Tell me what you think. Okay, I have got an eye on the time, guys. So I'll tell you. Yeah. Okay, Morgana, fast-moving society. Yeah, could be. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a fast-moving industry, for example. Fashion. Fashion is a fast-moving industry. Trends come in and out very quickly. Technology is a very fast-moving. Again, that's a very fast-moving industry. Things become obsolete very quickly, don't they? All right. Designed. I would like you to try to use some of these and give me some example sentences. We've only got 10 minutes left, so let's have a quick look, shall we? Well designed, a well-designed product, a well-designed watch. Yeah, fairly straightforward. Established, well-established, a well-established company. Can you think of an example of a well-established company? Post a comment if you can think of one. Profile, high profile. A high profile celebrity maybe, or a high profile court case. Yeah. Growing, fast growing. Okay, again, you can often refer to industries there. A fast growing industry. I would say that antibacterial products, that's certainly a fast growing industry at the moment, isn't it? Demand, when demand increases massively for something, it can become a fast growing industry, no matter what the product. And yield then, high yield. This might be unusual for you. What is high yield? Well, it's to do with productivity, okay? If you have a high yield, you have created or have a lot of a product, okay? So let's think of an example to do with agriculture. If you are producing wheat, you might have a very high yield. You can produce or you can cultivate lots of wheat. Or maybe you have a product which is low yield, so you spend a lot of time looking after it, maintaining it, but you don't get very much. It's quite a low yield. Let's think of a low yield vegetable. I think probably asparagus is quite low yield, whereas high yield, well, if you are in the south of Italy during the summer, I mean, there are oranges everywhere, aren't there? You're kicking oranges in the streets. It's quite a high yield fruit usually. Again, the amount of something that you can produce of something. If things are more complicated, they take longer to produce. You could have lower yields. Of course, with farming, it depends on the weather as well, doesn't it? You can have some years where you have very high yields and lower yields. Okay, so just before we move on, just have a quickly see if you've got any other questions or any extra points. Yeah, Fabrizio said industry. Yeah, maybe again, fast growing industry. Apple is a well-established company. Yeah. Okay, great. Now, guys, we've got just enough time now for our final activity. Okay, I want to pretend that you are the manufacturer of a new product and you've been invited to present it at a trade fair. Choose one of the products below and write a short paragraph, so just a couple of sentences to introduce your product to the public. Remember to use compound adjectives. You can use some of the adjectives, compound adjectives we've looked at. You can maybe think of others, invent your own, okay? And in a few lines, write a short description of your product. You can think about a food or drink product, an electric car, a piece of clothing, a smartphone. You've got a few minutes to have a think, guys. We are finishing in 6 minutes time. So as soon as you can, try and write your short paragraphs in the comments and we can look at them together. Fabrizio, you star, you've written one for us. Let's have a look at it. Finally, I'm here to present to you, yeah, the first electric car. Okay. Yeah, remember, you don't actually need a hyphen there because car is the noun. You can just say electric car separately with a special system that lets you, third person, that lets you use it without any running out, so subject verb, without the battery running out. Okay, good. Well, can we have a compound adjective in there? Have a think. See, you're having a think when you've written a few more sentences. Please do post them in. Anybody else as well? I mean, I think one thing to remember here, guys, is not to overuse hyphens. Like always, when you learn a new piece of language in English or a new piece of grammar, not to overuse what you've learned. If you've learned present perfect continuous, don't use present perfect continuous all the time, of course. Guys, lovely. Morgana, you've written in for us. Let's have a look. Here's my newest eco-friendly electric car. Very good. This special car is equipped with only biodegradable parts. Perfect. Well done. Yeah, biodegradable was another word. A new one actually. Yeah, lovely. Biodegradable. Absolutely. This car uses latest high-tech technologies. Yeah, maybe you're struggling a bit with the fact that tech can also be a noun and technologies is also the noun. High-tech technologies, yeah, you could just say uses the latest high-tech, comma, because we know it's technology. That would then actually be a compound noun. And I've chosen a very well-known actor, good, as testimonial of my new product. Instead of testimonial, we would probably say as the sponsor, because they become sponsors of the product. Okay, I think that might be a bit of that might be an Italianism coming in there. But good, yeah, excellent few sentences there. Really good. Fabrizio, you've written in something extra, as you can see, is really well designed. Again, remember the hyphen there. Well designed is compound adjective. Very good. And 100% eco-friendly, great, because it's made with recycled products with a D. Very good. Very good. Lovely. Well done, guys. You've done really well there. Okay, thank you so much for all of your comments and your engagement in the lesson today. You've done really well, and I hope you feel that you've come away with a few phrases there that you can use. Please stay tuned, guys. We have loads of focuses going on throughout the day and in the coming days and weeks. So please do remember that it's really important to keep your English going through this unusual time, and it's just like the gym. Okay, you can do little bits every day, and it really does make the difference. Okay, guys, have a great day and a great evening. See you next time. Ciao for now.